Welcome back, humans. It's Wednesday, and I'm back with a middle of the week vent session. I want to thank you all for joining me. And before I get started, I would appreciate it if you could smash that like button, hit that subscription, and turn on those notifications. I'm here Wednesday and Saturday, humans. And with that said, let's get on with it. Found some fun little interesting news articles, like as usual. I got some little interesting news articles I'm going to touch on today, and got a couple other things I'm going to touch on. I got a little sports vent. Got a small little sports vent. And of course, it's St. Paddy's Day today. Happy Irish Day to all you people out there celebrating. All the non-Irish people like myself still celebrating this holiday. Cheers. Cheers to all you humans out there. Let's have a great, safe holiday, everybody. Be safe. Use them Ubers and Lyfts and all them driving cabs and everything you can use. Be safe. Be safe out there, humans, and have fun. And I also got some interesting stories about a new cryptocurrency that's going around, making it buzz, getting a little heat, catching some heat. And like I said, I got a little small sports vent. So with that said, I think I'll get on with it. There was a zoo in China. Okay, this zoo in China went viral because apparently they were trying to pass a dog in a cage regular domesticated dog, as a wolf. Yes, humans. They try to pass a dog, a regular not a lap dog, but it was a big dog. But they try to pass a domesticated dog as a wolf. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. I'm just saying. That's kind of messed up, man. You figure with all the, well, I don't want to make that kind of joke and get in trouble. But, you would think there would be wolves. And but I won't go there. I'll keep it safe. I won't go there, humans. But that's pretty funny. I wonder how many people actually paid. Well, they paid to go into the zoo. So regardless, they made their money. And it wasn't until you went to that wolf exhibit, till you found out. You know what I'm saying? You found out. It was like, what the hell? It's Sparky. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a fucking wolf. It ain't Wolfie. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of messed up. It would have been even messed up if it was like a dog that doesn't even look like a wolf. Because they were showing the picture of him and shit, and it kind of looks like a husky-ish kind of wolf-like kind of dog. But I'm just saying, what if it was like a stupid obvious dog? You know what I'm saying? It was like a Labrador or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Or like a Dachshund, you know what I'm saying? Or a little Shih Tzu. And it was like, watch out for the coyotes or the badgers and the fucking Shih Tzus out there. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to try next? You never know. You just never know. And like I said, I hope everybody's having a good St. Paddy's Day, because I sure am. Having a great one. So let's see, what else do I got here? Oh my gosh, oh yeah. So there was a zookeeper from California. This guy was out there doing his thing. And he was tending to the snakes, to the big pythons. Not just no regular snakes. This dude was tending to big giant, could eat calves and fucking big fucking animals type thing. Probably not him. I don't know. He looks kind of short. You never know. It's a big snake. All right. So this dude was, I don't know if he was cleaning cages or what he was doing, but this one was out of the cage for a purpose. And when he was trying to, move him around and do things, the snake just turned around and snaps at the dude's face. And I pulled out the video here just so you could hear his reaction, because it's fucking crazy, dude. This dude fucking gets it, man.
Anyway, we got 27 good. Whoa! I looked at as soon as my shift off of her. See how smart this snake is? The second I shifted my eyes off, she knew that I wasn't ready to jump.
Okay. So, it's crazy when every time somebody does something wrong when they're the experts, they always got they play it off really smooth. This is what we train for. You know what I'm saying? They pulled this for you real quick. I just think it's funny. He was like, I knew, he said he knew this was going to happen because he survived it. Okay, so if he got bit, he would have said, I didn't read her, or she was unpredictable. If he would have got bit, the snake would have been labeled as unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? But since he survived it and dodged it, you know what I'm saying? Dodged the python. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh man, I was fucking ready. And it reminds me of that fucking dude that was it was like a video that's it's kind of old, man, but it gets around all the time. It comes back like in some funny little gifs and memes or gifs and some funny memes. So he's an instructor at a shooting range, and he's showing you what to do with your gun and showing you where you should stand. And he's kind of nerdy, like looks like he's super serious, like a Tackleberry guy from the old Police Academy movies. You know what I'm saying? And so he was trying to show these guys how to shoot, and he failed miserably. All right, he failed big time. So the gun, while he's talking to the guys trying to instruct, goes off, while it's in his hands, and he fucking hits himself in the face. Like he fucking money shots himself, man. He's sitting there just like blip, fucking like straight up, fucking gets his ass. You know what I'm saying? And and then he tries to explain, and he goes, "You see, something like that could happen." And all like he played it like he was meant to do that one too. And I was like, "Come on, man, come on, man, come on." You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was hilarious. Like, so the zookeeper tried to play like he like knew. He's like, once we made eye contact, you know what I'm saying? I felt the wind breeze, or he had like the spider tingle. His spider tingle tingled. You know what I'm saying? And then he fucking came through with what he did. So, being that a good dumb guy went after the snake, you know what I'm saying? But that's his job. I mean, I guess if somebody's got to do it, you're the guy to do it. And maybe you do got a little experience, but man, that was kind of scary, man. That snake was all up in his face. He was just like, whoa! You know what I'm saying? Just like all, and he's like, I knew, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I still think if he would have got bit, he would have said the snake was unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? But since he didn't, he was like an expert on this whole situation that he's seen 1,000 times, which he probably did. I mean, you look like he had some scars from bites before. So, anyways, which reminds me, like I said, shout out to old school Billy the Exterminator. This dude was like a mixture of like Edward Scissorhands and Kid Rock. And the dude was an exterminator on a reality show, and it was the fucking hilarious. And it was him and his brother. And no offense, but they looked like fucking meth heads. And these guys lived out in like the bayou somewhere. I don't know. And I don't know where they were at, dude. But it always looked like they was in the swamp. And he was going around, and he would always get fucked up by everything he was supposed to go clean up. Like, we got some wild pigs. The wild pigs will fuck him up. And then he'd still send his brother out there, and his brother would just be like, and then during the show, his brother would get married. Like, he would just marry some random new girlfriend. Like, my brother just married somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And he fucking, like I said, he was a mixture of Kid Rock and Edward Scissorhands. And he would go out there dressed like a goth dude and go out there and exterminate exterminate pests. I recommend you guys go look him up, because I doubt they'll put him back on TV. He's probably a damn mess. He's probably broke a shambles. No, I'm just kidding. But shout out to y'all, because they made a living off this dude. What this guy just did, you know what I'm saying? He would come out there and act like an expert and just get fucked up. He's like, we're out here gonna take this beehive, and he wouldn't be in a bee suit. He'd be in his fucking long ass trench coat, like I said, spiked collars and fucking hair spiked up and glasses, and look like, I don't know, man. Like I said, a Edward Scissorhands / Kid Rock if they were a biker. You know what I'm saying? So that's Billy the Exterminator, and he would go and we're gonna take this fucking 30-foot beehive. There's probably 40,000 bees here, and he just goes out there in his trench coat and puts a fucking mask on with like, it looks like a wind mask for the skull face, and fucking, or a bandana, and just fucking cuts the window open, gets the beehive, they just start stinging the shit out of him. It was the best show ever, in my opinion. That was one of the best shows ever, man. They need to bring that back. I mean, but somebody else just like to do it, because I think he might be too old. Or if they got back on meth or whatever. Like I said, no offense, but it just kind of looked like during the, like, as you guys was making money, looked like you were getting a little methy looking. It wasn't like a methy approach coming. I don't know. It was just my own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever, man. It's St. Patty's Day. And since it's St. Patty's Day, I thought I would share a little St. Patty's Day fun facts. I decided to look up, I was curious, the origins of being pinched. And they're like, oh, you ain't wearing green, you're getting your ass pinched. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand the whole thing around it. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to look it up. So St. Patty's Day, I decided, like, what was the origin of your ass getting pinched if you didn't wear green? I mean, pinch period. I don't know if you should just signify your ass, but it's fun. No. So anyways, apparently, if you wore green, you were invisible. It was like an invisibility cloak against the leprechaun. So the leprechaun couldn't see you if you wore green. And if you weren't wearing green, he could see you on St. Patty's Day and he'd go pinch you. And that was like the origin story. I thought it was going to be something a little scarier. Or was it going to be some violent history story and they changed it to a pinch? But no, it was just a plain old pinch. A little old pinch. So that was a little fun little history thing. And also what I found out is that the original color for St. Patty's Day wasn't always green. That it was sky blue, according to what I read here in the history books. They said in 1762, before we were even a country, they celebrated like the first St. Patty's Day parade. And that's pretty wild, you know. It's pretty wild. We weren't even America yet. And I guess the color was blue for a long time, and I guess they rebelled against the King of London or the King of England or the King of London, and I guess they call Ireland the city of the Emerald City or something like that, or something like they call it the Emerald City or the Emerald Island, and so they believe that's one of the. It's not a fact or anything. It's just one of the theories. Is that's where they got the color green from, but the original color was blue, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Regardless of that, you know, we used it as a way to party. You know, we're gonna party, and it's fun. You know, so I don't know if there's any other traditions like that during that. I mean, I know there's people want to do like the Irish dishes. You want to eat all the foods and you know, whatever the the meals are, and they want to drink the green beer. I did the green beer thing for a little bit, but I didn't always get. I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan. I just like drinking beer. Period. It don't have to be green. It could just be beer color. You know, beer color beer is just fine. You know what I mean? But I did do it when I was younger, but I just really, I mean, it was no big deal to me. It just wasn't. I don't know, wasn't a big deal. I just preferred regular beer. Plus, it was really funny when I'd see my friends when we were younger, in our younger, drinking partying days when they would get super hammered. And you would see the green foam come out. You know, it'd be the green puke because from the green beer, it'd be all crazy. You know what I'm saying? People be puking green everywhere. It's kind of funny. That part was kind of funny, but I'm just saying. And then some of the restrictions are lifting. They're lowering a little bit of the distance where I'm from over here in Michigan. They're saying from 6 to 3 feet. Restaurants are, and outdoor restaurants and indoor facilities are all, getting a little more capacities. I'm still a little pissed about our sport capacities. It's still pretty low compared to what the other people are doing. But I understand we got to step it in. We can't just go too quick. We don't want to just open the gates and then everybody get all sick again real fast or something, you know what I'm saying? Because even if it's like a cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if they let us go full blast and it's just like people get colds and it's not the fucking other shit, they might get a bad rap and, label it with it or put it in type of group and say it's a type of it, and it could just be everybody just got the cold or it was just the flu season this time or whatever, Excuse me. But that's all I'm saying. Like, what if they try to bunch it up? If it's just something simple like that, if it's just a basic thing and it's not that, but then we all, and then they try to lock us back all down. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. Like, I'm all for everything easing in, not hurrying it up. And even if you want to, I mean, I'm excited to do all those things, but I understand we got to do it safely. And I want everybody to be safe. I don't want to just be all selfish and be like, just, let's just fucking go do it. I don't want to be like that, And I know some people are doing this. Texas, I think, Mississippi, they went full blast open. I don't know how everything's going. I got to look up some things, but like I said, I just don't want everybody just to hurry up and do it because even if it's just a simple a little cold or a little virus, like if it's just a cold or flu really comes through, they're gonna bash it and say it's that, and that's the only thing I'm afraid of. Because I'm sure we all been separated for a while. When we start packing into places, some germs are gonna get there. We got to build our immune systems back up, So gradually get the germs back in there and get our immune systems back to being around all the strangers, different cultures everywhere in the public bathrooms and all the tables that we're touching, the bar glasses and restaurant glasses and silverware. Like, it's just all got to start mixing again. We got to start mixing it up. So, but I mean, like, slowly, like I said, let's just don't open it up and just start running wild. You know what I'm saying? Let's not go crazy, but let's let's get the party started. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get the proverbial party started. No, I'm just kidding. But that's all I'm saying. And those were my little fun facts on St. Patrick's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed those. And I do have one more little news article that I thought was pretty funny. Oh, a couple, like I got a couple little ones, but they go segue into the next segment. But this dude supposedly, and I guess a bunch of people are trying this because I guess it's true and it's a fact that you can do it. This dude's fucking cooking chickens, or a dude successfully cooked the chicken by slapping it, slapping the chicken. So like when I was younger and they would say you're jerking off, they would say you're beating your meat. I don't know if you guys still say that, but they'd be like, go beat your meat, or that dude's going to beat his meat, you know. So apparently if you beat chicken, the shit'll cook. I guess if you slap it, I don't know if you just like punch. I don't know if punching will work, but they're saying slapping. So it's like slap cooking. Slap a fucking chicken, and the shit's gonna get extra crispy or regular. I don't know. It's gonna be like a grilled fucking masterpiece. I don't know what the fuck to do, but apparently if you slap it, the fucking thing will cook. So I know like clapping my hands, like when you're at a sporting event, a concert or whatever, and you're clapping your hands or your kid's concert, and your hands seem to generate a little heat. So I'm wondering, like, if that happens with the surface that you're hitting creates the heat and is absorbing it, and at the same time you keep on hitting it, so you're penetrating it deeper into the flesh of the animal or the flesh of whatever you're cooking, whatever protein it might be, and so that's probably where the cooking starts. You know, it starts to happen. But I don't know if I got the patience, man. I'd have to have like a counter, like a fucking umpire counter or some shit, because they say apparently it takes over like 23,000 fucking slaps to fucking cook a chicken. Like, who's got fucking time? How long does fucking 23,000 fucking, and it's over 23,000 slaps. It's not like exactly 23,000. Like when you get to 22,999 or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? You make it fucking, the next one ain't it. You still got some more to go. It's like over 23,000. So when you're sitting there like with your fucking hands all blown out, your fingers probably swelled up, you'd have to get a slapping glove. But I don't even know if that will work because it's probably got to be kind of fleshy, you know, to get that heat penetration. I don't know, man. It's weird. But apparently this kid did it and even tried a steak, did a steak and shit. But I don't know, man. I kind of want to eat. You know, I want to eat a little sooner than slapping it. And I also have to work. So it's like, I got a fucking job. It's like, I got to fucking go to work. I got to use my hands and shit. And they'd be like, what's wrong, man? You fucking got to call off for a couple days. They're like, why? I fucking cooked chicken. Well, what, you didn't use your stove? No. How'd you cook it? My hands. And they'd be like, what do you mean? Did you Mr. Miyagi that shit? Fucking rub your hands. They're like, no, I just slapped the shit out of it. I slapped the shit out of this chicken to cook it. I slapped that chicken. I didn't choke it, which was another 90s one. Go choke your chicken. But dude, slapping a fucking chicken will cook the shit. That's fucking slapping meat, beating meat will cook it. That's and if you got the time or you're that fucking bored to slap a piece of fucking chicken 23,000 times, but if you got friends over for dinner, people are gonna leave. You're gonna be hungry. People are gonna go order pizza. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, that's great, it's done, but we gotta go. You know, I'm full. I'm like shit. It was like chicken for dessert, slap chicken. You know, extra slappy. But yeah, I guess if you slap it a whole shitload of times, you can cook meats and proteins. But I don't think I would want to. If I had to, it'd have to be something thin as hell, because I was hoping like a thin piece of the meat would not take as long, because I wouldn't fucking want to sit there for all that fucking time. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to sit there all that fucking time. Would you? I wouldn't, humans. Not this guy. No way. So, switching into my segments here, Elon Musk is gone viral again, with, not from smoking weed. He didn't hit the blunt again. I'm sure he's probably doing it. But my man made a music song, or somebody made a song off him. One of those NFTs. What's it called? Non-fungible tokens. An NFT. They made an NFT music song, and it was techno version from Elon Musk. And I'll give you a little snippet of it, because the YouTube want to fuck around, but I'm going to give you all a snippet about it.
It's verified. It's guaranteed. NFT for your vanity.
So that's a little snippet of the Elon Musk techno song for NFTs. And I'll give you one little taste. It's all super techno too. It's like fucking If I had the lights in here, it'd be perfect with my all chains on right now. My St. Patty's bling. I never really liked that techno shit. I mean, there was probably a couple cool songs, but I'm not. I don't know, man. I'm just not a big techno person, if you ask me. That's just my own opinion. I mean, back in the day, I mean, if it was playing at clubs or like when you went to raves or you went to like after hours, they'd have these after hour clubs that was like a rave, but it was like, it'd be in different places. After the bars closed, it would like. I think back in the day, people would call them speakeasies or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, never really was a fan of that kind of stuff. I like some of the EDM stuff, but it's like the more that the commercialized ones. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people like it. But I'm more like I like the rock, classic rock, like some Mexican music, of course, because I am Mexican. I like some R&B. I like a little bit of everything, pretty much. Just not a lot of techno. I did like a lot of house music. Over here we had like house, and then we had freestyle. We had like a freestyle music. It wasn't like freestyle rapping, and but it was like this cool, like cool ass club music. Everybody called it either house, but over here we called it house or freestyle, and it would be these mixtapes. And those would tear the clubs up, man. Those would be in everybody's cars, and it would just be like these fucking mystical, like journally, like awesome club songs. You know what I'm saying? It would say these like, and they wouldn't have that many lyrics in them, but they would just be popping, and they would all have that same generic, club song and club beat to them, and same little type of cadence, and they'd throw you, they would throw down. Those songs would have everybody jumping at the clubs when they would throw those mixes in. That was big in Detroit and Chicago. I'm pretty sure a lot of the Midwest. I don't know what it's about in the East or West Coast, but I know it's pretty big in the Midwest. Like I was born in Chicago, and shout out to Shy, and and I grew up here. You know what I'm saying? I grew up here, but the house and freestyle music was big, and it was huge, and I still like to go kick that stuff on back in the day because that shit's just like, it kind of brings you back. You know what I'm saying? Probably it just brings you back. You know what I'm saying? It's just some real fun music. But anyways, back to Mr. Elon Musk here. He was talking about these NFTs, and a lot of people were like, and that was new to me. I didn't understand. I thought the song was funny and cheesy, techno-y song, and so I had to look it up myself. I'm like, what is an NFT? And I guess it stands for non-fungible tokens, and it's a new cryptocurrency type thing. And I guess it's backed by cryptocurrency. But I guess you can only have you can only have like something of the. You can make an exchange with it, and it's something that you have to have assets of exact same value. So it's like a cryptocurrency. You basically have to buy cryptocurrency to engage in this NFTs, these non-fungible tech tokens. And so what you do was you get into like one of those what they call NFT marketplace, and you would set up yourself like an account. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple notes here on it because, like I said, it was new to me, and a lot of people out there doing Bitcoin, a lot of cryptocurrency out there, probably already know about it, but it was like pretty new to me. I'm still kind of a rookie into dipping my feet into crypto, so you know what I'm saying. So there's a lot of companies out there. You know what I'm saying? And so you go into this, you get some cryptocurrency, and then you go into like one of these NFT marketplaces, and then you can basically set up an upload, because what it basically is, it's like a lot of digital artists are using this. It's like a digital certificate of authentication. So it's putting value to something. Like a lot of people are using these digital art things. You know what I'm saying? Like there was this thing called Neon Cat, or Neon Cat. Forget what it was. It was like this fucking cat. And it was a cat part, like it was a half cat, half Pop Tart. All right, it was for real. You guys can look this up, and it was like a meme back in the day. Like I don't know, like fucking like 2011. It was just a meme. It was just like a funny little fucking video of a half cat part Pop Tart, digital little fucking video little clip, like a meme and a GIF and shit. It was animated. So that was 2011. So now let's take it to 2021. And somebody decided, upload it as an NFT. So this thing literally sold for 300 Ether. And anybody in the cryptocurrency know about that? That's equivalent to like, I think, like I said, I was reading this stuff, so I don't know if this is true, but they said it was equivalent to like $600,000. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so it's like, and that was purchased, the 300 Ether, ran by Ethereum or whatever, all those different companies that push that cryptocurrency is like, it's just wild. So like I said, it's like a digital certificate of authentication, if I could break it down in layman's terms for me to understand it. And then I guess it has to have the same value, whatever you do an exchange for. Whatever asset you exchange has to have the same value. So if I like had a gold bar, I can exchange it for exactly a gold bar. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say you had $5 bill, or you had 5 singles and you didn't want to carry them 5 singles, and you exchange it for $5 and just a $5 bill, you got less money. That wouldn't be an NFT. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be an example. It'd be like I said, like it's like a form. It's a different form. Like I said, a lot of artists are using it right now because they're using it. They're liking it because they could do these transactions and sales almost like the Bitcoin deal, where you're eliminating the middleman. So right now, like these digital artists are benefiting from it. They see a lot of promise in the future with it because right now it's booming. Like I said, a picture from 2011 is making some crazy money, and so you basically, like I said, you go to this marketplace after you buy some Bitcoin or you buy whatever digital currency you want to buy. They'll give you some other companies. There's all kinds of companies out there. Um, I'm familiar with like one of the top three on the NFT sites or whatever. But anyways, so you go in and you do your upload into this marketplace, and they call it minting. I think they call it minting, minting an NFT. So it's like you're minting a coin. You're actually putting the value to this upload. And it's really weird because people start bidding on it, and it's they say that owning a piece of code in a blockchain or a code of this blockchain is very valuable. And so I thought it was really interesting. You know what I'm saying? So it caught my attention. I was really into it. And like I said, it was crazy. Something like some of these old pictures and all these old digital things are like selling like crazy. And like I said, that NFT with Elon Musk, that one's probably going to go off the charts. And I don't understand it fully, but I'm definitely interested, and I'm going to dig deep into it a little bit more. So these NFTs are something new, catching a little buzz. At least it's new my way. I don't know. Like I said, most of the people that are already doing, that crypto, are probably already, all your digital transactions out there. You're probably already familiar with it, But it's new to me. 'Cause like I said, I'm still new to the game, But it was crazy interesting. It was just crazy, crazy interesting. And I wanted to share it because it was just, like I said, it was just awesome. So I'm going to give you guys my little sports vent, humans. I was getting a little concerned with the NBA. And I'm a big fan of basketball. Like I said, I'm in a men's league, which we haven't been able to do, because of this stuff going on. I mean, I heard rumors that it's going to start letting loose a little bit. We'll see. And which is, good promising, good little thing to be hopeful for. Like to get out there and run with my old ass, get out there and run and sweat and be out there with a bunch of other old guys like myself. So anyways, I'm real worried about the NBA because a lot of this stuff that happened when everything got super political and they started to over politicize everything. It was like, you couldn't make an album if you didn't, put this political phrase on your album. You couldn't play a sport without this and that on your helmet, a sports jersey, and everything just got real over politicized. I think they were putting badges on everything, and I think it got a little too crazy if you ask me. So they were just so the NBA, I think got one of the hardest hit from it, and it sucks because they're like exposed like a baseball player. You can see the NBA players' facial expressions, a baseball player. They don't hide behind it. You can see a football player's body and they're, out there, but they got a cage on their faces. Hockey players, a lot of them, some of them cage, some of them not. So it's like, what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like they kind of got hit hard. Many people, I mean, not everybody might agree with me, but I kind of feel like they were saying how the sport ratings were down in the Super Bowl. They were down in, the NBA playoffs, but the NBA ratings went down a lot before this was happening. And I noticed it because I bring it up a couple times. I feel like some of these guys in the sport world right now, just in the NBA, it doesn't look like that in the other sports, but I mean, it could also be happening. But in my eye test, I feel like some of these guys are just happy with getting a check. They're just happy with getting a check. There's no pressure on them to win. And they're okay with being the sidekick while the superstars, do all the superstar stuff. That's just what it looks like. And I'm not trying to knock you guys. I know you're talented athletes and everything, but I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like everything got super sensitive and people got a little too coddled, and they're like, catering to this stuff that I feel like is non-existent. I feel like this stuff is created out of nothing, and these guys are just, like I said, they're just going on for the ride. They're getting a check. Like, let LeBron be the superstar and get the shoes. I'm still getting $12 million a year. I'm still getting blah 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 blah, whatever. And I get paid to go to show up at a bar and show up at this and wear these clothes and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like it just looks that way when you see only like nobody even trying. Like, it looks like the Lakers are going to walk into a title, or could the Nets show up and try to take it from the Lakers, or you know what I'm saying? Like, they make it try to look they try to make it look interesting, but it's not interesting. The talent is there, but I feel like the drive to win isn't. The competitiveness. It doesn't seem like there's any rivalries. It used to be like the Warriors against the Cavaliers, then the Warriors versus the Lakers and Clippers, like. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like it's there anymore. It seems like everybody's just chilling. Everybody's just chilling, going along for the ride. And for me, like an NBA fan, I love basketball. I thought it was crazy. And, the All-Star Weekend was a prime example, dude. I was like, what the fuck happened to All-Star Weekend? It was All-Star Day. It wasn't even the whole weekend. I think it started Sunday. They did the All-Star game. And then I didn't get to see the dunk contest until like Monday or something. It was something weird. It wasn't even like, why didn't they do All-Star Weekend? What happened? Why did it have to be Sunday and Monday? And then, like I said, the game was kind of cheesy. And, I mean, it's always fun to watch All-Star Weekend, the competition skills and all that kind of things. But the slam dunk contest was really whack, dude. It was like, those guys could dunk and everything. But, man, there was probably 2 good dunks the whole time. But after Zach LaVine and, what's his name, Aaron Gordon. Good Lord, man, you guys got to step it up, man. There's no way. Every slam dunk contest is going to be a snooze fest if you don't come up and bring it. You got to bring it at least to their level. It's really going to be hard to top what they did, but you got to be up there. I mean, these dudes were just running through the motions and shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't even believe people was getting 10s on these dunks, but I guess they had to do it for TV. Somebody had to win, but I was really disappointed in that. The 3-point contest was all right. It was it was cool. Watching the little last minute, heat check by Steph Curry to come win it. But I feel like the NBA's hurting. And then a lot of players, like I said, are sitting here for the ride. They're happy with this check. And then you got players that are superstars taking breaks during the season. Like they're resting out of fatigue and shit. Like that never happened back in the day. You don't even got real rivals, dude. Like how the hell? You didn't have to really try against some of these teams. Some of these teams you just walking through, dude. Some of the teams they're playing, a prime example, for people that don't always watch the NBA, try to watch a Laker game, because there's only 3 good teams. It's like Lakers, Clippers, New Jersey, and that's probably it. That's probably it. Maybe the Warriors are pretty deep. They're still kind of in there. They're staying in the mix. But watch one of those games, and you'll see LeBron and them guys, they don't even have to play the fourth quarter and third quarter because they're not playing. The guys on the other team don't give a shit. The guys playing against them, their opposition, don't give a shit because they're made $80,000, $100,000 that whole game. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn. So that's why I feel like the sport is in trouble. I feel like they need some rivalries, man. Sure, you see guys out there scuffle and push each other around and yell, but that ain't doing shit. You're still fucking not. You still didn't produce on the other side after that. You didn't produce after the fact. You know what I'm saying? You didn't produce after that. And for me, I feel like that's hurting the sport. It's hurting it in a bad way. Because you can see, dude, a lot of people don't even want to give a damn about showing a TV. They don't even give a damn about showing a game. But the TV channels get locked into contracts, so they got to show the game. Pretty soon we're going to have the option. Watch the game, watch this, and that's when they're going to get, oh man, that's when sports are going to get hurt. When you're going to have the option to watch the channel that you're watching, the program that channel, like NBC, ABCs, whatever the BC channels, they're going to give you the option with this new technology. The playoffs are also on ABC, but you can also watch whatever's on the show. You know what I'm saying? The Bachelor, I don't know what channel that's on, but that's all I'm saying. You can also watch this or this, and that's where they're going to fucking get hit. Because reality shows are taking over, yo. Them shows took over, like The Bachelor, The Bachelorettes, the 90 Day Fiancés took everybody. That fucking documentary felt like a reality show. That Tiger King, you know what I'm saying? There's so many reality shows, like the Big Brothers and all that shit, man. Alone, all them fucking shows took over. So I just have felt like the NBA is kind of hurting. I think they need some big rivalries in the back of the game. They need some teams that come out of nowhere. They need one of these nowhere teams, nobody teams, just start fucking lighting dudes up and come back and win a championship and everybody just shit themselves. Because that's what happened in '04 when the Pistons won. They put all these guys that nobody wanted on our team, and we just started fucking winning, dude. And as soon as we got Rasheed Wallace, it was like the missing piece. My man was just fucking on a couple teams, went to the Atlanta Hawks for like one game, got to Detroit, and we went we finished the season like 20-4. These guys were just hungry as fuck. They were just perfect. And what was cool about it, there wasn't no star every game. It was a different dude like every game. And the media didn't know what to do. They wanted to fucking be like, oh, it's all Chauncey. It's all Ben. It's all Tayshaun. You know what I'm saying? And it was all of them. Even the bench, dude. They had like a starting five coming off the bench. Them guys were keeping teams under 70 fucking points. Some of these teams now got 70 points and a half. I brought this up before. So I can tell you right there, the physicality defense is eliminated from the game, which is also changing. You should be able to give somebody a little bit of a thought process when they're going to the bucket, when it's all free all day. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys thought, oh, they want to see the scoring. They want to see the high numbers. Well, the high numbers are dropping their numbers. Those numbers, the high numbers are there in the game, but the ratings and the numbers are low. So that's all I got to say about that, man. I'm a basketball fan, and it sucks. But into some of the boxing, we lost one of the greats, one of the legends. Rest in peace to Mr. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I grew up watching some replays with my dad. I don't think any of the fights I watched when I was younger were live, but I watched a hell of boxing with my dad. But I remember watching some replays with him and Hearns, him and Leonard, and some of his other fights. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't remember some of the opponents, but man, I have a large library on actual VHS tapes with my hockey fight tape. And like I said, I watched these fights forever. Hector Macho Camacho, rest in peace. When he fought Chavez, when he fought all these, I got a bunch of fights with him. I got fucking Tyson's fights. I've got so many of these fights in my library, and I love it, man. I love throwing them in there and just watching them sometimes. Even though you can find them on YouTube and all that stuff, it's still cool because when I put that VHS in, kind of just takes me back, man. When I used to watch with my pops, rest in peace, and my fam. My fam would all be there. He'd have some friends there. And like I said, we'd all do pots and try to win. They'd put money in the pot, and we'd all pick rounds, and you'd win the pot in a round. It's fun stuff, man. So, rest in peace. My condolences to your family and friends. He'll be missed, man. That was a warrior. You know what I'm saying? It was awesome watching that guy. I still do. Like I said, I still like to watch these fights, But anyways, there's some new fights coming in the heavyweight game. Fury and Anthony Joshua. They're coming up with a fight, and I heard the contract's all done. And I believe it's a 2-fight deal, regardless of who wins or loses. And them boys are going to do it twice. They're going to do the go round. And I'm excited about that one. It's going to be fun because, like I said, Tyson Fury exposed Deontay Wilder, which that's why I think him and Andy Ruiz would be a good fight because Andy Ruiz is looking fucking great shape right now. And with my man being exposed, he could get through fucking Deontay Wilder's long reach and that big punch and fucking beat my man's ass. Lordy Lord, man, that would hype up some new fights. That would hype up the heavyweight weight class for sure if my man comes back and just fucking does a light bouts performance. Because jumping off of Fury and Joshua, dude, Andy Ruiz, first Mexican heavyweight champion. That's my man. That's my people. You know what I'm saying? And then he come back and lost. He looked like he got too much of the fame. The money got to him. Like I said, I took a lot of flack jumping on him about I wanted him to train more and take it more serious. People jumped on me for like months. You know what I'm saying? And so anyways, he looks like phenomenal shape right now. This dude's already had fast hands, footwork. He already could fucking box. But now he looks like fucking, man, he looks crazy awesome shape, dude. That's why I want to see him fight right now. And I think it would be cool because Deontay just lost, vulnerable, exposed, put him with Andy Ruiz. He's got that long reach, but he's only got the one punch, and Ruiz knows it. So he can do his work and get in there with his quickness and that fucking aggressiveness because Deontay couldn't handle that fucking aggressiveness. That's where he got exposed. He couldn't outbox with the long arms. You got inside, and Fury hurt him. You know, they said it was the gloves, but yeah, it was the gloves. But the gloves was just fucking hitting him a lot. You know, no offense, because I'm a fan of Wilder. I thought Wilder was gonna win, but he didn't. You know. But anyways, I want to see Ruiz come back, and I just think that would be a perfect setup, in my opinion. And now they're saying that the deal with Mikey Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, because everybody's getting smarter to gain. They know Pacquiao's going to knock my man out, you know. I guess Mikey Garcia and Pacquiao deal. And Manny Pacquiao is almost finaled. These guys are going to be fighting. I don't know exactly what day, because like I said, they haven't announced it officially, but they've been training and they've been talking about it like, yeah, something's happening, but nobody's really saying. And so there's a little throwing it around, a little hype up game right now. And then, the celebrity fights are coming up. You got the YouTube guys, the YouTube brothers, Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Jake Paul's fighting Ben Askren. And it's looking pretty fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do respect, like I said, the brothers, because those guys are training. They're not just fucking looking for fucking views. My man's doing it. Regardless if he gets like finishes with a winning record or losing record, he committed to it when he does it. He does commit to the sport. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. I appreciate their hustle. Period. Regardless, and yeah, it might not be the best for some people. Say it's hurting boxing, but I agree with other people. It's bringing other people to watch boxing, and it just sucks that some of them boxers that have been doing it for years aren't getting the paychecks like some of these guys are that are celebrities doing these exhibitions. That's the only kind of thing that bothers me, because, like I said, I love boxing. And that's one of my favorite sports. And I feel for some of them guys, like I said, that were, doing the grind, and they don't get the fucking big paychecks like, some of these guys are, to just come out of social, coming out of the media game, and then to get a big exhibition where they get a big giant check. Some of those fighters dream of those checks, and they're working every day, and they're working all year too trying to do it. But that's their job. They don't just go back to the YouTube or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, like we do. Those guys are living fighting. So that's the only thing that bothers me, is that they get those big paychecks. But I respect those guys' hustle, because they do respect the sport. So Logan Paul's fighting Mayweather, and Mayweather's getting older and all that, but Mayweather's kind of thinking, big deal, this guy's not going to touch me. I mean, which is cool. I mean, he probably won't, he probably won't. But, Logan's a big dude. And I've been watching him train. I mean, he's a big guy. Like, naturally big guy. And a lot of people are like, what if he does hit that big shot or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That would be the funniest shit ever, because a lot of people are against these celebrity exhibitions, and some people are for them. I don't mind them. I just think, like I said, I just feel like the other fighters, their paychecks should get a little bigger now, because you realize these guys are, like I said, this is their job, is boxing. And then these guys come and into boxing to box, and they get these big checks, while these other guys that are doing boxing for a living are trying to get those kind of checks. They're dreaming of them. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all these fights for crumbs compared to what you guys are making off this one. And they've been doing it for years. That's the only thing I got against it. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it would be so hilarious if, like, they're doing the fucking fight, and one of the celebrities ends up beating like a pro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Floyd got hit by Logan, man? He hits him with that big uppercut he was catching my man's with before. And he just hits one of them big uppercuts and lifts little Floyd up, and Floyd actually gets knocked out. That would just be hilarious. And Jake Paul and them guys, I mean, I kind of feel like Jake Paul's got a chance, because my man's more of a ground, wrestler type dude. And it looks like he's got a hard punch, but it doesn't look like he's like that fast. And like, he looks really flat-footed. So if Jake Paul, I know he won't watch this, but if he is, if you catch any of this wind or whatever, if you got some decent footwork with your fighting ability that you already possess, I think your footwork will win this fight, because Askren just looks really flat-footed, in my opinion. He just looks like super flat-footed, So that's all I got on that little sports vent. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, hit me with a like and subscription. I'd really appreciate that. And turn on that notifications, because I'll be here every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.